Emotion resistance. I don't want to talk about that topic. Peace of mind. Let me say, part of peace of mind is being one with God. Like, peace of mind is like really everything when you meet God. A feeling that you can't get from this world. First, you're gonna feel like your spirit is lifted. Then, after you feel your spirit is lifted, I say this is the normal, typical thing when you enter God's world. You're gonna feel like your spirit's lifted. You're gonna feel better every time you do it. Every time you pray. Every time you, if you're in and out with God, you're gonna feel that. Next, you're gonna feel like it's kind of hard to walk with God. You know, listening to the Bible and taking a Bible. I'm talking about all these things because all these things are a peace of mind, really. When you're talking about a peace of mind, you're talking about these things. But you're gonna sin in. You're gonna sin in, like do the regular sin because you're just following God, so you don't know. Then you're gonna. I'm trying to tell y'all my story, how my story went. So I found it was like when I was at my grandma's house. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of my story. It was like at my grandma's house. Notice my grandma lived in a, I would say in a ghetto. Not in the ghetto, but she lived a ghetto life. She's not ghetto herself. She's very sweet, but her situation is like ghettoish. Roaches, like, I'ma just be honest. Bed bugs, and I said, like, this not, that's when it started, like, this is not where I want to be. So I start praying to be one with God, because I wanted to be in a good environment, good in headspace. That's why I tell y'all, if y'all going through poverty, y'all can still change your headspace. Y'all can, like, if you follow God, you can change your headspace. You can change that peace of mind that you want to be free instead of being in your environment. Because really, I was doing my other videos, I really wanted some peace. I was still going on them websites, and this was like in June, something like that. And like, one day I said, when I go home, I'm gonna wash up. A couple days after that, I said, when I go home, God gave me this idea. I was fired up for it because I know God gave me it to me. And I said, I'm gonna do this. And a couple of days after that, I kept following God, but it was not faithful like now. So when I got home, prayed again, prayed. I think it was like 3 days. 3 days in 3 days in prayer when I got home. And he told me it again. And I started that, morning. Did I started it? that morning I started. I know when I started it. That morning I started it, and literally from there, everything went up. Like I used to be like, oh no, I don't know what to do for a video, but when that's like me talking about how I lived in my purpose and how God saw a clear path for me leading up to this point. And before, like 2 years ago, I'ma actually tell y'all 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I'm gonna give y'all flat out. I'm not gonna hide nothing. I'm not ashamed because I'm a new person now. I used to listen to rap music, be disrespectful to my mom. I'm gonna be honest now. And I didn't get kicked out. I just left, walked, and I after that I like went to my grandma's house, and that's when I experienced like, oh, I really it, first of all, it didn't go past me when I experienced it, and it didn't hit me till like she took my phone away. She was about to take my TV away, my bed, and I remembered this was like last summer. This was not last summer, but the last week of school. So I'm thinking, and like what pushed me to that point, leading up to that point 1 year ago, not 2 years ago, which pushed me to that point is God was telling me pray with your mom, pray with. I prayed with my mom, prayed with my mom, prayed with my mom, and like I was like, can I have my phone back? I gotta know sometimes. I gotta know. And I say, can I have my phone back for 30 minutes? And I didn't have my phone back for 30 minutes. I let an hour go past, then bring it back. 2 hours go past, then bring it back. At the time, I was talking to this girl. Her name was Bree. Shout out to Bree if Bree watching this. And I guess it like I guess when I got my phone took, like it was too much for her. And before that, now let's fast forward with Bree. I wanna with her. I called her on this website. I didn't text her nothing. I just called her on the website, moved on. Cause I'm thinking, she told me she wanna get married with me. So I'm thinking that. But like like and I'm trying to think after that she called me. She called me like we ain't talking about, we ain't be on the phone. I'm like, you still wanna marry me? She like, yeah. I'm like, and then leading up to this point, me as a person, I ain't ready to get in a relationship, but I was ready to get in a relationship with her because I know her on like a godly level, like know her. So I was like, you wanna try when we both get out of school? Cause she was going through a lot too. Yeah, but that's my that's my telling y'all my purpose, and like I'm gonna get to my discipline in the next video.